Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to be doing the 5 SSS level trials, and I will begin with the first one. Time law is after taking action, enemy units within 2 blocks will be subjected to 1 random debuff. Okay, this looks slightly different than usual. So, the enemies are a little bit split up. So why don't I have Leon, chivalry up attack, and likely retreat, right? And then Liana for act again so that he can take out the second enemy, and then after that I would just need to wipe out the mage on that side. And then on this front, I think Landius and Tierras can pretty much handle it. So Landius, Tierras. I really don't think I need Sophia, so I could just bring any other damage dealer, maybe Zerida for example, to wipe out one of these enemies afterwards. Alright, let's begin. So, let's start with Leon taking out the right side. And then act again to kill the undead knights, and I'll deal with the mage general the following turn. On this side, let's just have Zerida move up. Right. Let's see. I might as well have Landius run up like so, and then Tierras run up and just miracle up. I was hoping maybe one of the random debuffs might be silence, it would make my life easier. Didn't happen, not a big deal. Forgets. Alright, so I think I'm just going to Shadow Ray down the Cuttlefish, which doesn't have Tidal Surge, right? Otherwise this battle will take a little bit longer. Next, let's see, I have damage taken increase and cannot use passive skills. So why don't I just move him up and peace of mind, and then follow that up with a healing from Tierras. And on this side, just to make sure Leon can kill, let's gospel him up first, and then have him attack the mage general, easily finishing it off. There goes Landius, taking the hit, taking a hit from the Necromancer as well. And at this point, we just mop him up. Alright, SSS Trial 2. Disables passive skills. Okay, so for this one I need Luna, so that characters can run across the water very quickly. And there's enough ranged enemies. There's a bunch of ranged enemies, but there's also a bunch of lancers. So you know what, why don't I just run Ledin? Overall, it's probably the safer option. And I'll have Luna bring her Wind God Realm. Okay, So let's begin.
準備完了です。
So
準備完了。
了解。
let's start with Leon,
はするな。
Chivalry,
準備完了です。
take down the Dark Elf General, and retreat. And then act again.
人、思考、そして
準備完了で
Take
す。
down the Holy General. And then move back once more. Next
準備完了。
is Luna, who is going to win God Realm.
行動スター
And I'll place her right here.
ト。
And
一人
fashion
も
buff
逃し
up.
ません。消えなさい。
Right?
そうだ。
行くぜ。
Let's follow that with
正面
Ledin,
突破。
activating Divine Guard here. And then finally Tieris can miracle up this group.
まだ終わらないよ。
And Sages had my Ledin. Or Yggdrasil Reef, as the case may be. And that just leaves 2 Lancers and a Holy General. Actually, 1 Lancer now. Or not. Interesting. This one actually survived.
了解。
It's because I didn't have a faction buff
行
up.
動スタート。
Okay,
準備完了
so
です。
let's just have Leon run forward, crush that Lancer, and shift. Right?
行くぜ。
Next,
正面突破。
Ledin can faction buff.
ご命令を。
Liana can just move up, and I'm going to
人、
Gospel up
思考、そして
Leon. Let's attack Blessing Leon as well.
できた。
And finally shift Luna down. Holy General doesn't do much. Lancer Generals should suicide into Ledin. And then I just need to mop up this Holy General
了解。
with Leon. There we go, another battle complete. So then we are now on the SSS trial number 3. So let's take a look. SSS trial 3, time law. After taking action, all units have a 30% chance of acting again. This is actually a slightly annoying one. Especially with all these ranged enemies. So you know what? Let's switch over to Landius. I think this party should be fine. I just shift south and avoid these 2 initially. And I can have Leon, you know, run forward, Chivalry attack, and then retreat, what? 1, 2, 3 here. That's too far for Liana to buff, but... But if I have Luna's Wind God Realm, that won't be an issue. Okay, so that's fine.
了解。
So let's go with Leon,
無駄な抵抗はするな。
activating his Chivalry,
了解。
and then somehow I got to act again, I think. So whatever. You know what? Let's just crush the Archer General first, and then take out this Undead General
みんな
afterwards.
もっと頑張れ。
行動スタート。
So let's start with Luna
一人
using
も逃
Wind
しま
God
せん。
Realm,
消えなさい。
shifting further forward, and then faction
一
buffing.
人も逃しません。消えなさい。
戦いはまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
Landius will very much have to
戦 戦いはまだ終わっていない。
Let's see. Okay. First, let's see. Leon can attack, retreat 3, 4, 5 potentially. So that should be fine.
これが私の信じる
So
心
let's
で
act
す
against him
了解。
and have him attack Necromancer and move back like this.
みんな、もっと頑張れ。
Landius is going to have to just
俺に力を
activate
貸して
Peace
く
of
れ。
Mind instead of the skill I actually want to use.
みんな、
Oh, he actually
もっと
activated.
頑張れ。
Act again. Go figure. That's fine then.
俺に力を貸してくれ。
So he's the only character of mine that actually acted again so far. So let's finally just miracle up this whole group. So I'm not really expecting Landius to kill anyone. Unless they act again like this. But with Tierra's Healing Light, these enemies should be easy to deal with. Alright.
了解。
So let's have Leon strike the Skeleton Master to weaken it. And then run all the way back.
みんな、
I'm going to have Liana range attack and finish off that Skeleton Master.
みんな、もっと頑張
And I
れ。
might as well have Landius melee strike the Lobster Behemoth.
戦いはま
I
だ終わ
got
って
to
い
act
ない。
again again,
油断するな。
which is not actually a good thing for me. So I'll just, because I think his guard skill has completely expired as a result. So let's just attack Blessing. But I can form up, you know, everyone next to Landius, so that it still works out. And I think the assassin should move 3 and attack my Liana. So they trade range attacks, but the Shrine Maidens keeps Liana healthy. He acts again. Now he kills himself into my Landius. That's why I placed Landius as the closest character to these ranged
みん
enemies.
な、もっと
And
頑張れ。
Landius can easily finish off the Archer General for a very quick clear. Alright. Next up is SSS Trial 4, Time Law. All damage decreased by 20% for each block move before attacking, up to 100% damage decrease. So relying on your tank to kill them all is a perfectly valid strategy here. You know, taking a quick look around. Yeah, I think I'll rely on Landius. Yeah. There is this Lancer General though, which is slightly annoying. But it should still be okay. So let's just begin.
みんな、
So I'm going to start with Leon activating Chivalry,
抵抗はするな。
and Assault won't really do me any good because I can't move for attacking. But I'll use it anyways, and it killed off that character.
もっと、
Next, why don't I have Luna activate Wind God
一人も逃しま
Realm
せん。消えなさ
and
い。
Infaction buff right here,
行動スタート。一人も逃しません。消えなさい。
just on the spot.
戦いはまだ
I'll
終わってい
place
ない。
Landius here
油断す
and
るな。
have Infaction
言う
buff,
だけ無駄だ。
and then shift the other two down. So why don't I have Tiaras move first and attack Blessing? Luna.
まだ終わらないよ。
And next I'll act again this Luna, who now has faction buff and everything else, to attack this
準備完了。
Lancer General. Oh, and I couldn't even one-shot it. Wow. That's fine. these enemies come charging at my Landius. And the Lancer General does suicide itself into Luna. So now these guys I want to avoid, because if I move up I'm going to lose too much damage. So why don't I just have Landius kill off the Cyclops to start. I mean, I can have Leon move down and attack, but I'm not going to do much damage because of how far he had to move. Nonetheless, got rid of a bunch of enemies. Works for me. So next I want this assassin to attack me. So why don't I place Landius here. This is a little bit finicky because I need to wait for my skills to refresh. That's literally all I'm doing right now, waiting for my skills to refresh. But I will gospel up Landius because I think he lost a few buffs to the Cyclops roar. So the Assassin General attacks, gets healed by the Holy General. Next turn I'll have access to the skills I want. So for now, just end turn. Right? End turn. Let's have Luna just faction buff up. I could act again and have, but I don't think it's really worth it right now. So end turn, and I'm going to attack Blessing Luna. And this guy gets healed up yet again. Which is fine, right? Let's have Tiaris start with a miracle. And now I'm going to have Luna, Wind God Realm, and single target strike this assassin. Perfect, killing it off. So Leon can run across. Chivalry up now, and assault, not that it would do anything, but strike the Holy General and kill it off. And then finally, let's have Landius melee attack the Lobster Behemoth and finish it off. I have Act Again from Liana as well in case I need another attack. Okay, so those are the 4 trials, and now we're on the SSS final trial. Time law is after an enemy is killed, damage is reduced by 50% and it can't be dispelled. Wonder if it applies to counterattacks. Whoa! All of these enemies have Lancer soldiers. Annoying. But I'm still going to run Landius, although I might run infantry soldiers on him instead. Right? Just in case. And beyond that, once again, it should be an AoE attack team. So let's see. She can move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then launch the AoE on those enemies. If I have Listel, I think Listel is too far away. So maybe I will actually bring Luna to mobility buff everyone. Right? And then rather than Listel could AoE these enemies with Luna as long as I bring undead soldiers, right? So undead knights that are land based. So let's just try this one out. So that way Luna can faction buff Tierras, Landius will guard everyone, and here we go. Down danger zone.
戦いはまだ
So it's going to be the earthquake.
計画通り
Compose to start. And I get some silences, which is really what I needed.
もう
みんなもっと頑張れ
Next,
準備完了
Luna, Wind God Realm,
行動
followed
スタート
by a faction buff.
一人も逃しません消えなさい
みんな
So Listel can run south, but she actually is too far away to launch out any AoE.
今度はあ
Oh.
たいに何させるんだい
Would have been different if this was Lena. So I probably made a mistake there
もっと頑張れ
in character choice.
俺に
Nonetheless,
力を貸してくれ
you know what? I got enough. I got 3 of those silences that I wanted. Should be good enough. And I might as well miracle up this whole group. Gonna get hit by Lena's counter AoE. But as long as it doesn't silence me, I should be fine. Kia got to ignore guard there.
みんなもっと頑張れ
I guess.
みんな
Or did I get... I had my passive disabled, so that's why Langis didn't guard. Okay.
今度はあたいに何させるんだい 準備完了
Well, let's start with Luna striking. And just wait here.
みんな
Then I'm gonna have Bozel toss out his second AoE, this time a black hole.
計画通り
That wipes out
だ戦い
one
は
of
ま
the
だ終わ
targets
って
for
い
me.
今度はあたいに何させるんだい
So I'm going to have Listel now. Probably Blood Dance
もう待ちきれないよそれが魔族の
all
力
of
だ
these
よ
other enemies.
みんな戦いはまだ終
Landius
わっていない
can
俺に力を貸
Peace
して
of
く
Mind
れ
up in front. And Tierras will just provide some healing. Oops. The healing didn't heal anyone. Alright. So, Landius's counterattacks at this point crushes these enemies, with the infantry soldiers taking out the stone colossi. And there we go. SSS level trials complete. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this video useful to you. And on that note, Nitro out.